Welcome. Come on in. I'm just getting everything set up here. My name is Lee Meyer. For those of you who have not met me yet, I'm going to press live on my computer too, so I can go live in two different places. But come on in and join me while I'm getting things set up. I'm so excited to be here with you this morning and sharing about a passive income stream that I found just 4 months ago. So I'm super excited to be sharing this with you because it really has changed my life over these last 4 months. And I'm so thankful for the friend that shared this with me. So I think I've got everything ready to go here. Again, my name is Lee Meyer. I am a mom of four in Washington State, and I am so excited again to be here and start my day with you. So this is my website right here where you're going to get all of the details about what it is that we're talking about. It's a step-by-step blueprint to have success in the online space and bringing money passively in for your family. So empoweredpassiveincome.com. This is where you're going to go to get all of the details that we're talking about today. And specifically today, I want to share with you a little bit about how 2 hours can equal $900. Now, I know that sounds like crazy. That sounds not real. Like that sounds too good to be true. And anytime we hear something that's too good to be true, it can be, our first reaction could be, okay, that's not real. Like, how is that even possible? And I was in your same exact shoes just a little over 4 months ago where I was going, okay, like that sounds too good to be true. Like this cannot be real. Like this has got to be something. It's got to be a multi-level. It's got to be, something. And so I started looking into it, realized it's not multi-level. You actually get 100% profit. So last time I checked on an MLM, like you're the little hamster on the wheel doing all of the work and making somebody else rich, right? You're getting a small portion of this. With this, you actually get 100% profit. And so I started looking into this because this $900, like that would be life changing for my family. And then I started to see it come in. So I'll tell you a little bit about my background because I was making a few bucks here, a few bucks there, and going, okay, this is hopeless. It's never adding up quick enough to be able to cover all of the expenses that we kept running into as a family of six. I've got four kids. That is expensive just to put groceries on the table these days. Like the cost of everything has doubled just since I started having kids. Like my oldest is going to be 15 this summer. The price of groceries, like if you're dealing with the price of groceries right now, put a 1 in the comments if it's like it's painful to go to the grocery store and walk in the grocery store and you're having to put things back. Put a 1 in the comments. Let me know that I am not alone in this struggle. And so to be able to switch from making a few dollars here, a few dollars there, it never adding up enough throughout the month to be able to cover just things like grocery bills. The car breaks, have to go in and pay, $1,000 to get the car fixed. An appliance breaks, got to pay for a new appliance. It was not stacking up fast enough. So when I heard about being able to bring in real amounts of income for my family right from home, $900, $600, $300 at a time, I was all ears. So if that is you, I want to encourage you right now to head here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. This is where you're going to get all of the details about making $900 in just 2 hours, 100% profit. When you get here to my website, you're going to see a place to put in your email. Put that in. That is going to immediately get you that video that explains the entire 6-figure blueprint to you. It's a short video, but I want you to watch that all the way through because it's going to answer all of your questions. So watch that all the way through. Underneath that video, there's going to be a button, and click that button. That is going to take you over to the next page where there's actually 4 different options to get started with a passive income stream for yourself. Now, if you watch that video, you've still got questions after that for any reason, hit reply on any of the emails that you get from me. And I promise that I will answer whatever questions that you have because I am so excited for you to be able to know what it's like to have passive income for yourself. Passive income where you're doing a little bit of work up front, and then you've got an automation system in the background for you. And that is how that 2 hour workday is possible, is because of technology, because of having automations that are out there running behind you in the background, bringing you in sales. The entire sales process is actually fully automated after you put in your 2 hour workday. Then that sales process is automated because you've got a website behind you, a proven website that you are given. You don't have to have any tech skills. You don't have to come up with what to say. When I realized that, I'm like, yes, I don't want to have to figure out all of that. I don't like tech. I don't want to do tech. I want to avoid tech as much as possible. And so to be able to have a website that is out there on the internet working for me, and then to have that follow up sequence of emails that are scheduled to go out approximately 1 day apart. Those were all set up as well. So when I realized that, I'm like, yes, I don't have time to deal with these things. I have, 4 kids today, where, it consists of driving kids to doctor's appointments, soccer, all the different things that go along with having kids. So to be able to step in with something that is already set up for me, web pages that are already done, and automation, email automations that are already done, and that is doing all of that follow up with my customers. And it's a proven system because it's working for thousands of people. This is how a 2 hour workday is possible to bring in $900. So again, empoweredpassiveincome.com for those of you who are just coming through. My name is Lee Meyer. I am a mom of 4 in Washington State. I was working a side hustle, and not to say that it's not a good way to make money. It just wasn't enough at the end of the day with the little time that I had with 4 kids. And so I had to do something about that. I couldn't just not sleep at night and work during the night to be able to cover all of those extra expenses we kept running into, and the price of everything going up. So to be able to bring in $900, and then $600, then $300. The first day that I made a sale, it was $100. I took the kids out to celebrate because I'm like, this is amazing. It came in passively. It came in from this automation system when I was not working at all. So I took the kids, $900 came in while we were celebrating, like just within a couple of hours. To have $100 come in, then $900 come in, like $1,000 in a single afternoon. Before, that was taking me at least a couple of weeks, like maybe a month to even make that much. And then a couple of days later, another 900, then 600, then 300. So to see this work for myself has been such a blessing, to be able to bring this amount of money in for my family and be able to cover all of those expenses and not have to be stressed and anxious and worried about how we're going to make it through the month, and to be able to actually be present with my kids, being able to enjoy them without in the back of my mind trying to go, okay, how are we going to make it? Like, so empoweredpassiveincome.com, this is where you're going to go for all of the details. And so the very first step, again, when you get here, you're going to see that place to put in your email. You're going to as soon as you do that, you'll get a video from me. Watch that video all the way through. Under that video, there's a button where you're going to see the options for 4 different products that are available to get started. Now, with this Legacy Builder, which is our best selling one, you actually get 4 income streams, and you get an income stream at 900, you get an income stream at 600, you get an income stream at 300, and you get an income stream at $100. So that is why I had those amounts that I just mentioned. That's why I had those amounts coming through, is because I do have all 4 of those income streams that are out there working for me passively after I put in my 2 hour day. And so with this, to be able to have those 4 income streams, like, this means that money stacks up so much faster. It means that all of those dreams and goals that I thought were impossible, that I thought, they're never going to happen because we were just struggling to make it through the month, those are suddenly possible. Like things like my car loan, like it's already getting paid down. I've already been able to send in extra payment. So it's so exciting to see those things that I didn't think were going to happen, that were impossible, suddenly happening. And what could that mean for you? What are some of those things that maybe you have been putting off, or you have been dreaming about, but you don't want to tell anybody about, or you're just hoping like someday that it might be possible that you're able to, get out of debt. Maybe you're able to take a dream vacation, whatever that is for you. Like, what would that dream be for you that you thought were impossible? And then suddenly you could have a way. Like, how would that change today? How would that change your outlook on life? What we teach inside of this is actually how to bring in daily pay. Will this happen right away? No, this is not a get rich quick scheme, but this is about you learning the skills of daily pay, and to get to that place where you're starting to see these amounts come in on a daily basis. So I want to ask you a question really quick. Is $900, do you realize that on a daily basis, this is $6,300 a week? And it's $328,000 a year. What would that do for your family? Like, how would that make you feel? What would you be able to accomplish learning these skills, learning how to bring in daily pay, seeing that $900 come in? This is September. We've got, 3 months, a little over 3 months left of the year. What would that do for you to step out and start learning these skills? The end of the year comes, December 31st comes, and you are so proud of everything that you've learned. You're so proud of the extra income that you've been able to see for your family. Like, your entire holiday looked completely different because you had an automation system that was bringing you in daily pay. You get to January 1st and you're starting to see that $900 come in on a daily basis. Like, what would that do for you? You get to the end of 2025 and you have been, that year seeing $900 on a consistent basis. You look in your bank account and you've got an extra $328,000 there. What would that do for your family? Like, how would that make you feel? And what would you be able to accomplish with this? I want you to think about that for a second. And I want you to dream again. So many times as adults, we grow up, we get realistic, we get jobs, we get bills, and we forget how to dream. We forget how to, have those big goals for our lives and realize that there is a way to accomplish them. There is a way more than just working a job, more than just trading time for dollars, more than just, making a few bucks here, a few bucks there, being maybe stuck in a job, whatever that looks like for you, and going, okay, this is hopeless. I believe that you were created for more. You were created for more than just getting the bills paid. You were created for more than just getting by. Like, what if you would be able to have more than enough, where you could be a blessing to others and you could enjoy the family that you were given, that you could have time for the people that you care about in your life, time for your kids, time for your spouse? Like, how would that change your entire life to be able to bring in income passively in 2 hours a day? So you're not only providing, but you're able to be present, where you're not having to choose between one or the other, where you're not having to sacrifice your family. So for those of you who are just coming through, my name is Lee Meyer. I'm a mom of four in Washington State. It is still early here. My kids are actually asleep because this is the West Coast. It's like we're just hitting 6 a.m. So they're going to be getting up here soon. But what I love about this passive income stream is that actually the majority of my workday will be done before my kids are even up and going for the day. I'll be able to hop off here, close up the computer, put away my phone, be able to make them breakfast, be able to pack up their lunches, talk with them this morning, just be able to enjoy them. So empoweredpassiveincome.com. This is where you're going to get that blueprint. When you get here, you're going to see a place to put in your email. Put that in, and that is immediately going to take you to the video that explains exactly what this is that I'm talking about and exactly how that it works. It's a short video, but it's going to answer all of your questions. So make sure that you watch it all the way through so you can get all of your questions answered. And then underneath that video, there's a button. Click on that button, and then that is going to take you to the next page where there's those 4 different options available. Now, with all of these products, you actually get what is called master resale rights on those products and then the products under it. So with our best selling product, which is our legacy builder, that is how you get that $900 income stream. But then you also get those income streams for those other products. You get those master resale rights on those other products. So it's actually, 4 different products that you can have those rights to sell and those income streams from. So 900, 600, 300, 100. Now down here at this 100, this is actually what's called our launch pad. And this is kind of just dipping your toes into online business, checking out like if online business is right for you. It can help you launch your online business. Passive daily pay, this is our 300. This is what is going to help you set up that automation system and be able to automate your sales. With digital mastery, this is going to help you build reoccurring revenue streams. And then our legacy builders, the complete like package of every single thing that you need to be successful in the online space. And I only wish that I would have had this a few years ago, because this would have saved me so much time and so much money from trying this course, a course here for that, a course here for that. This is the complete package of you never need anything else. Like, it covers how to market on every single social media platform. It covers attraction marketing, attracting your perfect customer to you. You're going to learn how to even create your own products if that's something that you want to do. Welcome, and thanks so much for joining me. All right, so what I'm going to do is actually erase this so I can give myself a little bit more room. But that is the key to making sales with anything, whether it's online or a physical shop, is to have products that people actually want. And that's what these are, is these are highly in demand products. And what you might not realize is that this industry of digital goods is actually $1 billion a day industry. People are spending actually $1.2 billion every single day on digital products. Now, this was a little bit hard for me to wrap my brain around because I was coming from that background of selling physical goods. I was selling, items that I could hold and touch. And then I realized, wow, like, this is where the real money is at. $1.2 billion is being spent on digital things, on things that you can't reach out and see and touch. But digital courses and programs, people more than ever want to learn from the comfort of their home, from the comfort of their couch. And so they're going online and then purchasing things like courses and programs to help them with whatever problems that they're facing. So right now in 2024, this is actually a $1.2 billion a day industry. It is the biggest industry out there. Let that sink in for a minute. It's not the auto industry. It's not groceries, or I don't know what other industries are out there. It's not software. It's not electronics. It's digital products like courses and programs. 1.2 billion is also the fastest growing industry. And so just a couple of years down the road, by 2027, this is projected to actually almost triple and hit $3 billion per day by 2027. So if there's any industry that you want to be in, there's any niche where like this is where the money is, this is where the money is being spent, like why not you be able to tap in to $1 billion a day industry? Now, like I mentioned, you do not need to have experience. You do not need to have, knowledge about something. You don't have to come up with something to teach or know how to create a course. That was what it was for me, is I just didn't have time as a mom of 4 to sit down and create Of course, like that was just not on my schedule. Like I did not have that free time. So to be able to tap into this industry with highly in demand products that were already done for me. Let me see if I can write this. It's like, okay, so I can have something that has already been created, that I already know that there is a demand for, and then start being able to make money right away from that. I didn't have time to sit around and try and figure this out for myself or come up with something on my own. Like I just didn't have that time. And at that same time, I had all of those bills and expenses that were happening. Like I needed a way to be able to cover those now. I had those expenses now. Like I didn't, you know, I couldn't afford to wait months or years down the road to start bringing in more money for my family. I needed a way now to be able to cover those expenses. And so, what these have meant for me, what having done for me products have meant for me, is that I was actually able to start making money right away. So with these products, you're probably wondering, okay, but how does that whole sales process work? And this 2 hour a day that I mentioned, to be able to bring in $900, to be able to bring in $600, $300, that is all possible because of automations. It's all possible because of technology. So these products, you pick out your product, you're done. With the automations, very similarly, they're almost done. They're 90 to 95% done for you. All you're doing is you're connecting in your domain name, which is the name of your website. You'll walk through videos to get this set up all for yourself, and then you'll connect in your payment gateway. That's how you're able to bring in $900 sales at that 100% profit, is because you are getting paid directly. Hopefully that makes sense. And I mention him almost every day because I think this is so inspiring, but a 78-year-old guy inside of our community who has followed along with this process, followed along with the step-by-step videos to get this set up, to get his domain set up, to get his payment gateway set up, and he's bringing in thousands of dollars. All that to say that anybody can follow along with those videos. If a 78-year-old guy can do it, if I can do it, like you can do it, right? And so with these automations, it does take a couple of hours to get that set up. For me, my kids were coming home for the summer. I'm like, I've got to have a way to bring in income passively for my family. And so I put the baby down for a nap on one of the last days that I had left before my kids came home for the summer, and put her down for a nap. Started going through those videos, following along step by step. And I had it done actually before she woke up. I think I finished it, went and got her up. And then that automation, once you set it up, it's done. It's out there working for you. You don't have to touch it again. It's out there working in the digital space. So we've got 5 to 5.5 billion people who are on the internet, and by having a website out there, like that is your customer base, and you do have a worldwide customer base with this. You don't have to be restricted just to your town or even just to your country. So yes, I have had customers from around the world, not just in the US where I'm located. So that was like another amazing piece of this, is to have customers from around the world going through this automation system. And what this automation system does is it takes those potential leads who are interested. They might say, hey, yeah, I'm interested in learning more about this blueprint. I'm interested in learning more about how that 2 hour workday looks like. And what this automation system does is it takes them from just discovering you, just discovering your website, saying, hey, I want to learn more. And then it takes them through that process of converting them into a paying customer. And at that point, they're going to your website, they're going to your payment gateway where you have, your payments set up, where you've got your PayPal, you've got your Stripe account, whatever it is that you have set up, and you're getting that payment directly at that 100% profit. So because you have your products done, you have your automations done, that leaves you with just one final thing. This is where that 2 hour workday comes in order to bring in that $900 on a daily basis. And this is getting out there and getting your website discovered. And that's that 2 hour workday. That is where that time is spent because you've got those automations all set up, running in the background. You just need a way to be able to get people into that automation system, to get leads for your business. And so with this, you're going to again have that website, and then you're going to have the automations behind that. That is web pages that you don't have to create those. We actually give you those. And then the email automation sequence behind that. Again, you don't have to set up any of the tech on this. You don't have to figure out what to say. You don't have to, write them yourself. When I realized, like, okay, like these are done for me. I don't have to touch anything. I can use what I'm given. I don't have to come up with something on my own. Like, yes, this is amazing to be able to step in, have this automation system that is out there working for me, where I'm just putting in 2 hours a day, where I'm just showing up, following the process, following the blueprint to get my website out there and discovered. So with this 2 hour workday, I want to break this down a little bit more for you. And with the 2 hour workday, you're simply getting your website out there into the world in front of that 5 to 5.5 billion people who are already on the internet, who are already on social media. And with this, you are doing a couple of different things. One route that you can go is actually through copy and paste ads. And you can copy and paste ads over to your website where you're going to have an ad for your product, and then you're going to have a call to action for your website that invites that viewer of the ad to go and check it out more. You're going to invite them over to your website. That's going to get them inside of your automations, and then that is going to convert them from just finding out about you, just discovering you, into a paying customer. By the way, that conversion, I have had that happen in a matter of minutes, where I've had people just find out about my website, just barely get into the automations, and they're going, yes, I need this. Yes, I would love to have an automation system like this. I would love to have a 2 hour workday. I would love to have in-demand products. And just within a few minutes, they're going from, okay, I just put in my email. I just discovered this website. I just found out about this. And then they're going and purchasing. That I've had that happen. And like, that is so exciting. Now, not everybody is going to be that quick. Some people are going to need that little bit of time to go through that email sequence where you're nurturing them, where you're growing that know, like, and trust. But again, the email sequence, it is all set up for you. And so to be able to have that follow-up sequence, that is going to do the work. All of those emails are going to point that reader back to your website where you have those products available and where they're able to purchase from you at that 100% profit. So that is one way, is through copy and paste ads, simply copying and pasting over to what are called free ad sites. Now, I had no idea that these existed. But with these, there's actually hundreds of thousands of people that are visiting these free ad sites every single day. They're going there to look for jobs. They're going there to look for business opportunities. They're going there to look for ways to bring in income for their family. And so by simply posting over to these free ad sites, you're able to get your website out there into the world. You're able to get that website discovered and people into that automation system that is going to do all of that follow-up, that selling, and that telling and converting them into a paying customer of yours. So that is one way, through that copy and paste ads. Like, if you can copy and paste, you can do this, right? Like, anybody could do that. The other is through the other way to get your website out there and discovered, and where I spend the majority of my 2 hour workday, is actually on social media. Now, I am not a social media person. This part really scared me because I just inherently have never been on social media. I don't really like social media, but I saw that TikTok, a lot of people were having success with it. So that was the platform that I chose to go with. I started brand new from scratch. Like, I had to go and install the app. I had never even seen a friend use the app. Like, I literally started brand new, not knowing what I was doing, installed the app, created the account. I did not know what the plus sign was to go and make content. So inside of this program, we actually teach you how to post on social media. We teach you how to market the right way on social media. We teach you how to use attraction marketing, where you're actually attracting your perfect customer to you and you're not having to chase anybody. You're not having to bug friends and family. You're not having to DM people and say, hey, did you check this out? Can you check this out? Here's my website. Go check it out. You're not having to do any of that. You're not having to, spend all day in DMs. You're not having to DM at all. You're not having to get on the phone with anybody, but instead you've got this automation system that is out there working for you, where you're simply posting to social media. Again, I've never really liked social media, but for me, I decided, hey, I'm going to give this a shot. So I started out on TikTok. The amazing thing about TikTok is that you do not need tons of followers in order to start bringing in income for your family. Actually, just, one piece of content, posting one piece of content there can bring in sales. And that first sale for me came in around 300 followers. So there's no reason for you to wait till you have a following, to wait till you have 1,000 followers or 5,000 followers or 10,000 followers to bring in real amounts of money for your family. And social media posts work in much the same way, where you're going to have a call to action, inviting the viewer to go over to your website and take action. And that is going to get them again into that automation system that is doing all of the follow up for you. For those of you who are just coming through, my name is Lee Meyer. I'm a stay-at-home mom of four. This is my website right here. This is going to get you all of the details about exactly what it is that we're talking about. So empoweredpassiveincome.com. This is where you're going to go to learn how the six-figure blueprint works. When you get here, you'll see a place to put in your email. Put that in, and on the very next screen, you'll get a video from me. You're going to watch that video all the way through. It's short, but it's going to answer all of your questions. So watch that all the way through, and that is going to explain how this entire blueprint works. Underneath that video, click that button and you're going to go over to the next page, which is where the 4 different products that are available, that is where they are located. If you scroll all the way down on that page, you are going to see those 4 different options that can give you, as much as 4 income streams that are out there working for you passively. All right, so empoweredpassiveincome.com, that is where my website is. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this 2-hour workday, though. This is kind of split up how you want to do it. So you can spend time in those copy and paste ads, or you could spend time posting to social media. So for me, I post 3 pieces of content per day to TikTok on, that's my social media platform. So I post 3 times per day. That takes me about 15 to 30 minutes to create those posts for the day. And then they're just posted, they're done. Then that automation system is out there working in the background, giving me my time back with my family, my time back with my kids, so that I actually, can be present. And then that automation system, that is what is bringing in that daily pay. I can relax knowing that that system is out there working for me, and that I will have money coming into my bank account from this system. All right. So the next step, after you put in your 2-hour workday, after you do those copy and paste ads, after you post to social media, the other piece of this for me, instead of doing those copy and paste ads, I actually go live, just like what I'm doing right now. So this, between creating my pieces of content for social media and going live just like this is a little bit less than 2 hours. That's just what it is for me. And I'm not doing this perfectly. I'm not doing the full 2 hours, but it's still working. It's still bringing me in sales. It's still getting leads into that automation system and growing that email list, because that is where the real money is at, is growing your brand, growing your following, growing your email list. And we teach you exactly how to do that. We teach you exactly how to go from zero, go from no followers, go from no brand to building this brand that is attracting people to you. We actually just had a training a couple of days ago on building $1 million brand. And that is what is possible when you learn these skills, when you learn the skills of attraction marketing, when you learn how to build an email list, when you learn how to build this not build, we give you this automation system, when you learn how to leverage that automation system that is out there working for you, when you learn how to master that 2 hour workday. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and erase it, but hopefully this gives you a good idea of what that 2 hour workday looks like. But I want you to imagine for a second what that might look like for you and the time that you would have with your family. Like, what would you do with the rest of your day? What would you do with the rest of the 22 hours out of the day? Maybe it's for you that you homeschool your kids and you would be able to do that and relax and not have to worry about how am I going to make it through the month? I should be working. I should be, bringing in money. Maybe for you, it means that you're able to, just play with your kids during the day. Maybe it means that you're able to have time to hang out with your spouse. Like, what would that do for you? So I'm going to go ahead and erase this. I'm going to wrap things up here. But for those of you just coming through, again, my website right here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. This is where you're going to go for all of the details about how this six-figure blueprint works. When you get here, you're going to put in your email. That is going to take you to that video that talks all about, explains this blueprint in detail. It's going to answer all of your questions. If for some reason you don't have all of your questions answered, hit reply on any of the emails that you get from me, and I will personally answer whatever questions that you have. But when you go and you follow the 2 hour workday through this discovery system to get your website out there in front of the 5 to 5.5 billion people who are already on the internet, who are already on social media, at that point, or you do those copy and paste ads where you're posting to free ad sites, where you're copying and pasting over to free ad sites to get your website out there into the world. And you're getting leads into that automation system, and you're getting people inside of that automation system. By the way, this automation system that we give you, this sales funnel, is a highly converting sales funnel. On average, across our community, 1 in 20 are purchasing. And so what that means is that you only need to get this discovered by 20 people a day to start bringing in that daily pay, to start seeing $900 come in on a daily basis. And so at that point, when you have those leads in your system and they're going through those emails, they're going and watching that video, they're going to that page where you have your payment gateway already set up at that point, and they're going, okay, yes, I would love to be able to have highly in demand products. I would love to be able to have products that are already done for me, that are in an industry where $1.2 billion is being spent every day. Yes, I would love to have automations that are done for me, that are out there working in the background, that are out there 24/7, 365, working to convert my potential leads into paying customers, that are working to bring in sales $900, $600, $300 at a time. We're going, yes, I would love to have a 2 hour workday. And then this automation system is going to take your potential leads over to your potential customers, I should say, your leads, your potential customers, over to your sales page, and they're purchasing from you where you have your payment gateway set up, where they're able to purchase $900, $600, $300, $100, one of those products from you. At that point, that is when they become your new customer, and you're seeing that money show up in your bank account. When you're seeing $900 come into your bank account, when you're seeing $600 come into your bank account at that 100% profit, like, what would that do for you to pick up your phone and go, wow, I just had $900 come in? Again, I did not believe this for myself until I saw it for myself. And that first time it was like, wow, like, this is amazing. This works. Like, to see $900 all at once when I was coming from a background of making a few bucks here, a few bucks there, and feeling hopeless in the process, like it was never stacking up fast enough. So to be able to bring in 900, 600, 300, real amounts that actually stack up and put a dent in things, and not only just be able to get through the month, not only be able to just pay the bills, but have more than enough so that you can be a blessing to others, so that you can have enough to reach those dreams and goals of yours. Like, what would that do for you? So I'm going to leave you with one final question. I'm going to give myself a little bit more room here because I am running out of space and I just lost my pen. But what would that do for you to learn these skills, to be able to bring in income for your family in real amounts that actually stack up, where you're seeing that $900 come in on a daily basis, where you're learning the skills to be successful in a digital world, where you're learning attraction marketing, where you're learning how to master that 2-hour workday, and you're starting to see that $900 come in on a regular basis. Again, this is $6,300 a week on a daily basis and $328,000 a year. What would that do for you and your family? How would that make you feel to get to the end of 2025 having seen an entire year of daily pay and you have an extra $328,000 in your bank account? How would that make you feel? And then you're so fired up. You're so excited that you do it again in 2026. You're so fired up, you do it again in 2027. What are you in just 3 years? You are a self-made millionaire. That is the power of the system. That is the power of being able to tap into this $1 billion per day industry that's set to triple, hit $3 billion per day in just a couple of years. That is totally possible for you, my friend. And I'm here to give you hope. I'm here to give you hope that you can do this. You do not need a following. You do not need tech experience. You do not need prior experience to see this for yourself, to have success for yourself. It's about following a proven step-by-step blueprint, a proven step-by-step process for yourself. And if you can be consistent, if you can be coachable, if you can be committed to the process, this will work for you. I am fully confident, 100% confident. So empoweredpassiveincome.com. This is where you're going to go to learn about the six-figure blueprint, exactly what it is that we're talking about. When you get here, you're going to see a place to put in your email. Go ahead and put that in, and on the very next page, you're going to get a short video from me that is going to explain everything that we have been talking about this morning. Watch that video all the way through because it will answer all of your questions. Underneath that video, there is a button. You're going to click that button, click that, and then that is going to take you over to those 4 different products that I've been mentioning, as well as including that product where you can get all 4 income streams, 900, 600, 300, 100, as well as get that automation system behind it. So you're automating that entire sales process. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and if there's any questions, drop them in the comments. I would love to be able to answer them for you before I hop off here. But this has been so amazing to get my time back, get that peace of mind back, knowing that I have a system that is bringing me in daily pay, knowing that I have daily pay that is coming in to my bank account at that 100% profit. So again, empowered passive income, you can head there right now and get started with this automation system that could be set up today, like this afternoon, and then by tomorrow it could be out there working for you. Like, how would that change your week? Today's Wednesday, by this weekend, to start seeing money come in that actually puts a dent in things, 900, 600, 300, that actually stacks up fast. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off here and wish you a fabulous rest of your day, but head here right now. This is going to get you all of the details, empoweredpassiveincome.com, and I will be back again tomorrow to talk more about this. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and I am so excited for you. empoweredpassiveincome.com. My name is Lee Meyer, and I will see you back here soon. Bye.